Hello, Mark Romero here. Welcome to another episode of the Harmonize Your Life podcast, where every week you get mindsets, energy, some music to help inspire you on your journey in your life, to help you rise above the static and noise and get reconnected to who you really are. So I'm excited to be sharing with you today. I had an opportunity to actually do like a Zoom stream with a group of high-level executives, and I was sharing some principles and some different ideas of how they could play more beautiful music throughout their life. And so what does that mean? I really felt inspired to share this today. What does it mean to play more beautiful music? Well, you've probably heard me use this analogy before. We're kind of like guitars. We have these facets of our lives. Those are the strings. We take action through those facets. That's the strumming and the plucking. And then, of course, we produce results. That's the music that we express through our lives. Your music, what you put out into the world, mirrors back to you in your experience. So if you're in a state of disharmony, you're going to experience disharmony, whether it's in your health, your relationships, in prosperity, you're going to experience disharmony. So what I thought today is I would share three really mindsets that I think are really key and important as we go about and do the things that we do. It is so essential to be true to ourselves and to take the actions necessary to tune the strings of our life expression so that we can play more beautiful music and therefore create a more successful, a more fulfilling, a more passion-filled life, which I think is something that we all truly desire to do. So the three principles that I shared, the first one is that, a lot of us as we go through work, we have a tendency to, focus on the work string. It's like, I got to work hard, a little time off, back to work. A little vacation time, back to work. And then if business gets tough, then we start playing harder, start playing faster, working in that particular facet of our life. But I don't know about you, but that is really not a successful model. And it's certainly not the most beautiful piece of music. If we truly want to unlock our potential and create higher levels of success, not only in our business, but in every facet of our lives, you've got to play all of the strings. And by doing so, we unlock a whole new level of possibility of what we can create and manifest in our life experience. So number one, you got to play all the strings. Got to play all the strings of your life. Are you taking time for your health, for your relationship, for how you connect in spiritually? You got to be true to all those facets of your experience. The second aspect is sometimes we experience disharmony. Where in those facets of your life are you experiencing a challenge? Maybe you've got a reoccurring negative pattern, maybe in the area of relationship, or maybe you've got a reoccurring health condition that just doesn't seem to want to go away, or maybe you're continually trying to break through your prosperity, but no matter what you do, you just can't seem to get there. Well, how do we typically respond to our challenges? We fight them, we resist them, we curse them, we call them colorful metaphors. And resistance keeps things in your experience. So rather than looking at your challenges, your obstacles, as a bad thing, look at them as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve, and ultimately to reclaim your power back from that circumstance and to remember who you really are. When you're able to view your challenges in that light, it transforms them. There's that old saying, what you resist persists. If you resist your challenges, they're not going to go away. So I really want to encourage you to embrace your challenges and your obstacles as an opportunity to unveil a whole nother level of the masterpiece that's within you. The third aspect, which I think is really powerful, which really helps us as business people, as people out trying to accomplish and do things in our life, many times that we kind of assign our self-worth to our level of success. It's like, okay, I'll feel good about myself when this happens, or I can feel more confident about who and what I am when I earn this amount of money. Let me tell you something. That doesn't work. I know, I tried, okay? I remember back in my electronics days, man, I was like purpose, goal driven, yuppie guy, had the tie, the suit, the whole shot, man. It was all about high dollar sales and making big bucks. And big bucks was how you measured your worthiness and how you measured your success and how good you felt about yourself. But one day I realized, you know what? No matter what I achieve, no matter what I create out there, isn't going to ever fulfill this desire within myself to feel good about who and what I am, to acknowledge my self-worth and my appreciation. And so I remember one year I had this goal, man. I was going to make $1 million in one year. That was the goal. And I worked my butt off. I worked hard. I was going to make that $1 million. I could like visualize it on the tax return and see it there, of course, with lots of write-offs, right? And see that $1 million on that tax return. Well, you know what? The end of the year came, did the tax return. I got the tax return and I realized it was $995,000 like 99 cents. And I remember I was pissed off. I was angry. I was disappointed that I didn't make my goal. I'm like, can you believe it? I mean, even today, this was back in the 90s, even today, who wouldn't mind having $995,000 on their tax return, right, as income? I mean, that would be pretty cool. I think a lot of us would be really happy about that. And here I was realizing that, you know what, even with that high level of achievement, it didn't make me feel good about myself and who I was internally. Let me tell you something. The only way you're going to find that sense of self-worth, that sense of appreciation who you are, is to find it within yourself. Not based on external circumstances, but to find it here. If you can't buy it on the shelf at Walmart, you're never going to find it out there. And last time I was there, you can't find self-worth on the shelf, or a sense of being good enough, or a sense of feeling secure enough. It's not there. It's within here. So you have to take that time to find that space within yourself. You already are a beautiful, magnificent expression of universal energy. Nothing out there is going to make it good enough. You already are good enough. That's really the illusion of the whole matter. So 3 steps. 1, play all the strings of your life expression. 2, leverage your challenges as opportunities to tune your strings and take your life to a new level. 3, don't base your security, your sense of self-worth on what's happening outside of you. Find it within your own self. That is truly where you're going to find it. And by just taking on these 3 steps and working them to master them, you can truly tune the strings of your life expression and play more beautiful music throughout every facet of your life. Hey, love to hear your comments. Please feel free to comment below. Other than that, take it on and see what opens up for you. So thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I hope you have a happy and harmonious day.